Hattiesburg. It's your girl, Miracle Jennings, back with all the vibes for Southern Miss today. If you're tuned in, get ready to ride the wave because we've got a show that's going to keep you on your toes. From the hottest stories to some major surprises, we're bringing all the energy today. Stick around because I've got a very special guest lined up that you do not want to miss. Plus, we're diving deep into what makes Southern Miss the place to be. Don't even think about moving. We're coming in hot with more fun, excitement, and all things Southern Miss right after this.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Put a frog in boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil. As veterans, we tell ourselves the lie that we can handle anything. We let the water boil. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
All right, Southern Miss fam, welcome back to the show that's got you covered with all the buzz on campus and beyond. Whether you're listening while grabbing your morning coffee or sneaking in a break between classes, we've got an exciting lineup ahead, so sit back, relax, and let's dive into what's happening at Southern Miss and around our vibrant Hattiesburg community. First off, on Monday, October 28th at 8 p.m., Bennett Auditorium will host the internationally recognized Southern Miss Trombone Octet and Choir for their fall concert. This isn't just your average music event. Picture this, a performance that blends the power of the alto, tenor, bass, and contrabass trombones to create an incredible sonic experience. If you're a fan of classical music or just want to immerse yourself in something spectacular, this is a concert you won't want to miss. The following day, on Tuesday, October 29th, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., we've got the much-anticipated Fall Wellness Festival at Spirit Park. This annual event is all about celebrating well-being and wellness in a fun and lively atmosphere. Think food, prizes, game, and live music, all happening on our very own campus. And hey, in case the weather doesn't cooperate, some of the activities will be moved indoors to the grand ballroom of the Tad Conrad Center. So come out, bring your friends, and enjoy an afternoon of great vibes and positive energy. It's the perfect way to de-stress midweek. Speaking of fascinating events, on Wednesday, October 30th from 4 to 5:15 p.m., Dr. Amy Slagle will be presenting an incredibly thought-provoking talk at the Liberal Arts Building in Room 101. Her lecture, titled Dark Gnosis, Reflections on Contemporary Luciferian Practice, delves deep into modern religious practices related to Luciferianism. Now, you might be thinking, Luciferians, really? But this talk promises to offer a unique ethnographic perspective on how contemporary followers engage with figures like Lucifer and Satan. Dr. Slagle's research highlights the complexity of these practices, influenced by everything from Christian theology to pop culture and occultism. It's not just about darkness, it's about how these figures inspire personal spiritual experiences for modern practitioners. If you're a fan of philosophy, theology, or just curious about the diversity of religious beliefs in the U.S., this is a can't-miss opportunity. Later that same day, SMAC's annual Kids Halloween Carnival kicks off from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at the district on our Hattiesburg campus. This is a fun, family-friendly event where kids can dress up, enjoy some good old-fashioned carnival fun, and visit booths set up by student organization. And here's a cool bonus. There will be a bounce houses and a costume contest. In case of rain, the carnival will move to the RC Cook Union lobby, so the spooky fun is guaranteed to happen no matter what. Continuing the Halloween vibes on Thursday, October 31st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., make sure you stop by the Union Lobby for the Halloween Makers Market. This is your chance to pick up some truly one-of-a-kind crafts and products. Whether you're looking for a last-minute Halloween costume accessory or just want to support some local artists and creators, the Makers Market is the place to be. Now, let's step outside of campus for a moment and look at what's been happening in our city. Over the weekend, Hardy Street was alive with Halloween spirit for Hattiesburg's 12th annual Halloween parade. The streets were filled with music, candy, and costumes, and the event brought out a huge crowd. It's moments like this that really show the vibrant heart of our hub city. And this year, the fun isn't over. Hattiesburg is hosting its first ever Trick or Treat on Main Street on Monday. It's a great way for families to enjoy Halloween night in a safe and festive environment. In other community news, the 7th annual Barktoberfest took place last Saturday, hosted by local animal shelters and PetSmart. This event is all about finding forever homes for our furry friends, with fee-waived adoptions and activities for kids. Both the Southern Pines Animal Shelter and the Hub City Humane Society brought adoptable pets, and plenty of families found their perfect match. Events like this remind us on how important it is to support our local shelters and give homeless pets a second chance. And finally, on a more serious note, Hattiesburg is taking real action to address homelessness in our area. In partnership with the AIDS Service Coalition, the city has set a goal to eventually end homelessness within our community. Right now, Hattiesburg and the Pine Belt area have one of the highest rates of homelessness in Mississippi, but initiatives like this, backed by local programs and in case management services, are working hard to make a real difference. And that's your news roundup, folks, but don't go anywhere. We still got sports, weather, and a few surprises waiting for you on the other side of this break. Southern Miss Today will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277, and the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
Welcome back, Southern Miss fans. You know what time it is. It's Eagle Sports time, where our Golden Eagles just don't play, they soar. Now, I know it's been a tough season for our Golden Eagles football team, but with the tough loss against James Madison University this past weekend. But let's remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. With the open week coming up, the team is regrouping and recharging, getting ready to take on Marshall University in a home game on November 9th. So let's rally behind our team, show them what it means to have Golden Eagle pride, and pack the stadium on game day. Southern Miss isn't just about wins and losses, it's about heart, spirit, and always striving to rise above. Let's show our team that we're with them, win or lose. For more updates and game details, head to southernmiss.com. All right, it's time to talk weather. We're looking at a sunny sky today with temperatures reaching a high of 89 degrees. It's warm and bright, perfect for an afternoon outside. Later tonight, we'll see a few clouds rolling in, but nothing major. Just clear skies and a cool breeze to wind down your day. Stay hydrated, stay cool, and enjoy this beautiful Hattiesburg weather while it lasts. Up next, we have Mississippi Moments produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage with LeGrand Capers recalling when Mississippi began the bone-dry law prohibiting alcohol.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. In 1917, Mississippi passed the Bone Dry Law, prohibiting the sale and consumption of all forms of alcohol. LeGrand Capers remembers Vicksburg's 50 saloons and how the city reacted to their closing.
All over Vicksburg, every neighborhood had a saloon. They call it a corner saloon, where the people within 3 or 4 blocks, the men would go there and drink beer and whiskey. Now, Washington Street was the main street of the town. There were about a dozen saloons down there, big saloons. But all out in the neighborhood, for instance, like on Clay or First North, there'd be a saloon. And within 3 or 4 blocks, the man wanted to go to the saloon. There were over 50, I remember here. They passed what they call the Bone Dry Law. And Mississippi went dry. And it hadn't been 2 or 3 months before Mississippi went dry, when a man here named Morris, who owned a lot of steamboats, opened up a saloon right across the canal, over there on the island, because that was within Louisiana, and liquor was legal in Louisiana. So he opened up a saloon over there and run a motorboat back and forth, carrying people that wanted to go, and everybody used to go over to Morris's saloon.
Bill Ellison hosts Voices of Our People World War II, a new podcast from Mississippi Moments, sponsored by the Mississippi Humanities Council. That's Voices of Our People World War II, wherever you get your podcasts.
That was your Mississippi Moment for today. Coming up, we have the pleasure of hearing from Betsy Mercier, so stick with us while we hear a quick message from one of our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mr. Sippy Beverages. Mr. Sippy Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mr. Sippy Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mr. Sippy Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Are you in a hurry? Well, I am. But as a paralyzed veteran, I had to overcome incredible challenges just to regain my independence and return to work. Finding a parking space shouldn't be one of them. Illegally parking in spaces reserved for people with disabilities is not only wrong, it's against the law. So please, think twice before pulling into a reserved parking spot. Even if it's just for a minute, it's 60 seconds too long. This has been a public service announcement from United Spinal Association.
Hey Southern Miss, welcome back to Southern Miss Today. We have an exciting interview lined up that's perfect for getting into the Halloween spirit. Today I am thrilled to be speaking with Betsy Mercier, one of the key organizers behind Hattiesburg's very first Trick or Treat on Main Street. This brand new event is bringing family-friendly Halloween festivities to downtown Hattiesburg, where the whole community can come together for a night of fun, costumes, and of course, candy. Betsy is here to share all the spooky details about what we can expect, how the deal came about, and how it's already shaping up to be one of the most anticipated events of the season. So without further ado, let's jump into the conversation. Betsy, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now let's start with the basics. What inspired the idea of Trick or Treat on Main Street? Was there a specific moment or event that sparked this idea for you?
Not necessarily. This event is one that many Main Street communities in Mississippi and across the South participate in. And sometimes that's just because rural areas are so spread out, so they want to have an opportunity for communities to gather and, of course, enjoy, like you said, candy. So we came up with this idea several weeks ago. The mayor had challenged me to come up with something that was a little more in the heart of downtown, as we are in the process of really trying to assist in revitalizing that area. And so he agreed to it, thought it was a great idea, and so with the mayor's approval, I worked with Allison Neville at the Downtown Hattiesburg Association to reach those businesses that were interested. And right off the bat, we did have great interest from businesses, and so really the plan just took off from there. We wanted to find a time that, of course, didn't compete with routine trick-or-treat hours, and we thought that this would be a great opportunity to bring families downtown, maybe that haven't been before, or the ones that just absolutely love downtown, to visit their friends and neighbors.
Well, it's an amazing idea.
Thank you.
Now, this is the first year for the event. What kind of planning and preparation has gone into making sure it's a success? Could you walk us through some of the behind-the-scenes work?
Sure. Most of the planning is communicating with businesses, which, again, Allison at the Downtown Association has been extremely helpful with that. But really, from the start of the idea, we began kind of crafting a brand of what we wanted that to look like in terms of what would go out to media and on social media. Something, obviously, that gave a spooky vibe, but still included the branding of the city and the Downtown Association. So I would say planning, picking that date primarily, and then creating what do we want that feel to be like downtown. And so from there, it was really just communicating to businesses, like what is our hope and dream for this to look like. And we didn't want to put added stressors on those businesses. Really, we encouraged them to just open up. Some that may be closed for dinner, we asked them to just stay open an extra hour and meet some new friends that come downtown. So we explained to them that, of course, the public is going to expect some candy. But if maybe that's not in their wheelhouse, or maybe they have a specialty item that is unique to their business. For instance, like Twin Forks, they have a wine and cheese store. So encouraging them, maybe just give a slice of cheese, or Signature Magazine, who's a great partner downtown. I had encouraged them, even if you don't want to give away candy, you have photographers on staff. So just taking some family pictures of people in their costumes. So we wanted it to be unique to each business, of course. But really just communicating to those businesses, again, who were all very eager to take up this idea and just say, yeah, we'll stay open an extra hour. We'll open early, maybe if we were opening for dinner. So the premise is just a general stroll downtown and meeting those business owners or the professionals that work downtown. We have lots of lawyers and, of course, judges. So all of those individuals are going to be coming out tonight.
That sounds so fun and exciting. Can you tell us a bit about the layout of the event? What areas of Main Street will be transformed for this Halloween celebration, and what activities can attendees expect?
Sure. The layout pretty much encompasses the downtown district. So most would think that is kind of from Town Square Park or the Hewlett Winstead area all the way down to Fire Station 1 and the Community Arts Center, which is on the corner of McLeod and Main Street. So that kind of primary business district. But the one thing that people may be confused in is that, yes, it is titled Trick or Treat on Main Street, but some of the side streets will also have participants. So City Hall is not directly on Main Street. They are on Forest. And West Pine is obviously a side street. So the businesses that are within the district of downtown will also be participating. It will not strictly be just Main Street. So we encourage people to go all the way down to Mobile Street and come up down West Pine. It'll be just a fun stroll in that downtown community. So go visit Bloom's, go visit Lucky Rabbit. Everybody has some type of Halloween spookiness that they can explore.
Absolutely. Halloween events can sometimes raise concerns about safety. What measures have been put in place to ensure that everyone, especially families with young children, can enjoy the event safely?
Sure. We are, preparing for the event tonight and in communication with our police department. We make sure that patrol is aware of that event and that they have additional officers in the downtown area. But given that we are kind of positioning the event between sunset and sundown, we'll get that spooky golden hour feel, but most parents will probably be home by dark. So we want to make sure that the decorations are seen, and so kind of positioning this to be after school and allowing people to come immediately before dinner time, before it gets too dark. We hope that will encourage people to attend. But we know that downtown is a safe place, and so just bringing people downtown also brings fun time. So I think everybody will come in good spirits.
Absolutely. Now, with this being the event's first year, are there any new or unexpected challenges you've encountered that you didn't foresee during the planning process?
Besides it being like 88 degrees, none yet. So I do fear that some people might be sweaty in their costume, but no unforeseen challenges yet. We're just glad to bring the event together, and I'm sure as any event we will adapt, but we do hope that everything goes off without a hitch.
I can't believe it's so hot outside in October.
We have so many. I've encouraged my employees, bring a little accessory or bring an outfit. And now everybody's like trying to adjust and say, maybe I need to change my outfit. It's too hot.
It is very hot. Halloween is often associated with haunted houses and spooky attractions. Will there be any haunted elements or surprises for thrill seekers at Trick or Treat on Main Street?
I encourage everybody that does come downtown to visit the Lucky Rabbit. They have a really special exhibit right now that's based on the Beetlejuice movie. And so they, of course, have all kinds of thrilling, exciting, creative things to see. But the Downtown Association, again, in partnership with many of those businesses, also have a Skeletor. So we have these large 10, 12-foot skeletons around town, and they're all kind of decorated or dressed to fit the business that they are in front of. So Bloom's, which is a florist, they have flowers on theirs. It's like a kind of like a hippie vibe. And there's one downtown next to the law office. I think it has a tie on it. And so you can make your way and try and find all of those skeletons that are downtown. And then, of course, the Pocket Museum is dressed up to the nines, which is a fun place for families to take their children to find all of the little creatures. But there are skeleton pirates out there and music. In addition to that, the city's facilities will have some photo opportunities tonight, so parents can stand in front of a little decorated thing and take a group picture together.
Aside from trick-or-treating, what other fun activities or entertainment do you have planned? Are there any games, contests, or performances happening during the event?
I'm the director of Parks and Recreation, and the Community Arts Center falls under that purview. And so we have opportunities for kids to kind of make a craft tonight. So we have little painted pumpkins, so families can stop by and paint a pumpkin, so they have something to put on their porch for Halloween. We're also doing handprint little ghosts and some dry clay, so they can make a handprint, kind of remember that event, and take that home. In addition to that, we have returned an event that we just did 2 Saturdays ago called STEM Saturday, where children came and carved an apple. And at STEM Saturday, we were kind of teaching them about the mummification process, which can be gross.
Yeah.
But we have re-upped our supplies on that, and we'll also be giving away grab bags for that so students can go home, or participants can go home and make their own mummy at home. I know that many of the businesses are planning to have some type of decor or music out front, as will we. So I think that people that choose to come downtown tonight, whether they are actually trick-or-treating or not, they will get the whole Halloween vibe, and that's our goal for sure.
Looking ahead, do you envision trick-or-treating on Main Street becoming an annual tradition in Hattiesburg? What would you like to see change or grow if the event continues in future years?
I do hope that it becomes an annual event. You know, you can never be too sure, but based on the responses that we're seeing and the excitement from the businesses downtown, I foresee that it will be a very successful night. So following this, as we do any event, we will have a little debrief meeting with businesses and try and get their feedback and ensure that the police department and any safety departments that participate kind of give us their feedback on what can we do to make it better. That's always our goal, is to ensure that our events are safe and well attended, of course. So yes, I do foresee it. I do hope that will be the case. And then should it be, come back next year, I would say that we can see it possibly expand. There are many businesses downtown, like I said, that are participating, but I completely understand the ones that are, working all day, and they may have families to get home to. So I think that with just enough interest, we can encourage all of the businesses to participate and potentially see additions to those activities. Maybe some music next year. I think that it has all of the bones and the structure to grow into something really special for the community.
I absolutely agree, honestly. It's an amazing idea, so I have a funny feeling that it's going to be something that's going to happen every single Halloween,
We can hope.
which is really exciting. How can people who still want to get involved still contribute? Are there any volunteer opportunities or other ways the community can help make the event a success?
So one of the goals for the event is to, provide the downtown district, the opportunity to grow and to have some visitor attraction. So any business that is downtown that is not registered, all they have to do is open their doors at 4:30. And like I said, even if candy is not on the table for a business, just opening the door and saying trick or treat and interacting with the community is the goal. And so they're welcome to do that. It's from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. tonight. And so really, we are welcoming anybody that wants to, that has a brick and mortar downtown and wants to open that storefront. They can still do so. And in the future, or even tonight, the community can get involved by just, sharing it with their neighbors and their friends and taking pictures and sharing that with us so we can get their feedback. We hope to, really have some feedback from the community, whether they like it or not, or maybe they foresee some changes that they can suggest to us. So we really are excited to see some costumes and hopefully see those posted on social media as well.
Now, Betsy, as an organizer, you're responsible for making sure everything runs smoothly. Will you be able to enjoy the event yourself, or will you be too busy running around making sure it's all perfect?
In the beginning, I think I'll be running around a little bit, just making sure that everybody feels comfortable. But I think with this event, it really opens the door to allow everybody to have a good time. So I'm going to put on my little costume and make my way down Main Street in the beginning. But I think with the help of our staff and Parks and Recreation programming, we'll be able to all kind of have a good time. So I'll probably be running around just a tiny bit, but I think I'll be able to have fun too.
Yeah, you deserve it. It's your hard work. Now, if you could sum up what you hope attendees will take away from Trick or Treat on Main Street in one sentence, what would it be?
That's a good question. I hope participants just see the creativity and the energy that downtown has, that the businesses downtown have worked really hard to create a safe and fun, engaging portion of our town. And if they've not had the opportunity to explore it, I hope tonight that they feel that energy and that following this event, they come and eat at restaurants and visit those shops. So I hope participants just leave with a renewed energy of what downtown is bringing.
Lastly, where can people find more information about the event, and is there anything else they should know before coming out to enjoy the festivities tonight?
All information you can find on the city's social media pages, both the City of Hattiesburg government page or City of Hattiesburg Parks and Recreation page. We also have an Instagram, and I believe the mayor has information posted on his Instagram and Facebook. So many of the businesses have that information on their pages with the participation list. So if participants or visitors want to see a full lineup of where they should visit, they can follow that map and walk around. But ultimately, as they plan to come tonight, find a public parking spot and just use the sidewalks, make the most of the event and enjoy all that the Halloween season has to offer. This is just one of 60 plus events that we have supported this month, and we're excited to bring this new event to the community, and we just look forward to seeing how they respond this afternoon. If they have any questions, they are more than welcome to reach out to us on Facebook or via phone. And other than that, we hope to see some really cool costumes tonight, and little kids asking for candy. And again, like I said, we've got the free activities over at the Community Arts Center, which is 825 Main Street. But I think participants should be excited to see the mayor on the front steps of City Hall and some of the federal judges on the front of their building, in their full judges outfit, and our fire department in their, full gear. So I think that everybody will get to see a taste of, even the businesses that are just open day to day, they may be dressed as waitresses because that's their job, but that can also be a Halloween outfit. So I think the creativity is going to be exciting tonight.
Well, Betsy, thank you so much for sharing your insights and excitement about Trick or Treat on Main Street. We can't wait to see how it all comes together and bring a little extra magic to downtown Hattiesburg this Halloween. It sounds like a fantastic way for families and friends to celebrate the holiday, and we wish you the best of luck with this year's event. Coming up, we have a news wrap with Nishranika reporting on the Payne Center.
For Southern Miss Student Media, I'm Nishranika. Every time I went to the gym, I joked that it was named after Payne because it was a pain to go there. But no, it is named after one of USM's biggest funders, Jimmy A. Payne. Jimmy Payne, a dedicated Southern Miss alumnus from the class of 1964, has left a lasting mark on the university through his generous support. Some of the major infrastructures that Payne had shaped are Payne Center and Moffitt Health Center. Since Payne's passing in 2015, his children Jonathan Payne and April Payne Nall have been continuing his legacy. This year, the Jimmy A. Payne Foundation awarded $502,689 to Southern Miss to enhance its student environment. The grant will fund 17 vital projects across the campus. The latest round of funding from Jimmy A. Payne Foundation will support a wide range of projects. In academic affairs, it will provide financial support to students in need. The GAP Scholarship, which is funded by Jimmy A. Payne Foundation, is awarded to students in need, and the total grant and total grant recipients depend on how much grant is awarded that year. The scholarship is intended for juniors and seniors who need to finish college. Dr. Ashley Burnside, the director of the Center for Student Success, explains that the scholarship fills the gap between federal financial aid and what the student needs.
The intention of going and providing them basically financial assistance with what is basically there to be funding between what they have, a student is going and receiving for financial aid through their federal award scholarships and such, and then the gap that is in existence to subsist and live and do what they need to do as a student.
The funds will support several initiatives across campus. These include the Apple Design Lab, the Student Accessibility Services Testing Center, the Wellness Eagles program, and so on. The College of Business and Economic Development will use the funds for the hatchery, while the College of Arts and Sciences will benefit from the renovations to the USM Dance Studio. The grant will also help EHS Nest, the graduate school, and the library. Stace Mercier of the USM Foundation states that the impact of Jim's legacy resonates with every student, faculty member, and staff. For Southern Miss Student Media, I'm Nishranika.
A big thank you to Betsy Mercier for joining us and sharing all about Trick or Treat on Main Street. And as always, a massive shout out to everyone who makes Southern Miss Today possible. Carr, our audio engineer, Gabby, our film producer, Shania, our program director, Ari, our executive producer, Hannah, our assistant producer, and of course, our general manager, Dr. Martin. We couldn't do it without you guys. I'm your host, Miracle Jennings, signing off. Have an amazing day, and we'll catch you next time on Southern Miss Today.